All right, welcome to the after show. It's Ramiro, Melissa, and Leroy. Pebbles isn't here today, but Melissa has an interesting question.
No, okay. So this morning we were talking about the Met Gala and how Rihanna made her big announcement that she's with child again, which congratulations to her and A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, well, any normal human being would just immediately be happy and have no other feelings besides these feelings of like, wow, that's great. Good for you.
But it's so interesting to me because it's not just Rihanna and her fans. It happens all the time in entertainment where people can't be happy for other people. It's more so, and in Rihanna's case, her fans were all like, yay, good for you, but where's the damn album? Like, I was on social media all morning looking at fans' reactions to the pregnancy announcement, and yeah, there were a lot of congratulations, you're having a baby, but it was more so, I thought the album was coming out this year, and I mentioned to you guys last week about this website, Polymarket, that is a betting website, and you can literally bet on anything. One of the top things people were betting on is that Rihanna was coming out with an album this year. But now with this announcement, you can pretty much scrap that. And some of her fans are pissed. A lot of her fans are pissed.
I mean, I was saying it half tongue in cheek. I said they're going to start hating A$AP Rocky now because, God forbid, they love each other and they're having sex and making a family. How dare you?
And the other thing that some people forgot too, remember when A$AP Rocky got acquitted of the case of his. Remember when he jumped over the benches and was people were like, "Oh, that was the day we knew the baby was coming." Right after that, which I thought was funny too. Man. But no, you're right, and they are very happy. Like if you talked to him at the Met last night, he was glowing and gushing about this baby. They're genuinely happy, a happy family.
I think there's multiple reasons why fans act that way. I think one of them is obvious. We all know it's like being selfish is in. And everybody, And I think another part is, especially on social media, I think giving a negative comment, people look at it as a way to grab attention. Something so positive, so beautiful. If I say something negative, people are going to stop looking at me and, we can have our interaction. And some people just put it out there just to see what happens and they won't have an interaction with people. But it's sad. And then on the other side, I don't know if a lot of fans understand that in the music industry right now, money's not really being made like it used to. So if I'm Rihanna and I got fashion, makeup lines, making all this money, why am I going to invest in music?
Listen, you are right on with that because right now, like the way artists are making their money when they record music is by touring. That's like their main source of income, right? So Rihanna, between her Savage Fenty line and her makeup line, her Fenty Beauty, she is making gazillions. So if I'm her, why am I going to go back to music? Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, when you become an artist, you're a creator. Like, you're always going to want to create, in that realm. But it must be real tough for her right now. Like, knowing this is kind of where I'm making the most of my money. So why stray from this and go back to this?
It's not hard. It's a beautiful, it's not even a dilemma. It's like, I can make music whenever I feel like I want to make music. In the beginning, she needed to make music.
Right.
She needed to make music. She was this girl that came over here from Barbados. No one knew who the hell she was. She's like, I'd like to make music. And they said, here, make these songs. And she said, okay. Like, nobody in the history of music, when they started out, said, no, I need to sing my truth or whatever. They'll take whatever they're handed. Yep. And then after they start feeling a little comfortable, that's when they go, I'm going to release an album that's just about me. And usually that album sucks more often than not, honestly.
That's true.
It really does.
Yeah. But I absolutely, I wish them the best. I think another artist that's like that is Cardi B. People are like, where's her music? Where's her music? I'm like, she's into so much more now.
Yeah.
And again, fans don't understand that there's really not a lot of money in music anymore. Hopefully it changes, and behind the scenes they switch, they alter how things are getting done and how people are getting paid. If you pay attention, you'll see artists complaining about streaming numbers and how Snoop always said, how I stream 1 billion and I only get $10,000, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So again, and then people are just selfish. They're just nasty. Good for them though. Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It is tough because if you are a fan of her music, it's like you want more. Like, but honestly, I'm a fan of, like, I love her lingerie line, and I buy that. I buy the makeup, so it's like I'm being selfish for me because I want that to keep coming. It's like, don't stop with that. Like, have your kid, and then let's go, get back to work.
My mind is so different. Like I look at it from like out here, and I'm like, you really care that much? Like, you're like, yo, I need a new song from you in my life right now. Like, yo,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on with your life that somebody else has to do something to make you happy?
Some fans are hardcore, and like her fan base,
stupid.
her fan base is one of the most hardcore fan bases out there. So
I can't get with anybody. I've always said this, even if it's things that I'm into, things that I enjoy. When I meet somebody who's like super hardcore into it, I immediately start getting turned off a little bit. I'm like, ooh, yo, I can't go into that deep part of the pool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I love, you know, we joke about WWE and stuff all the time. When I meet like hardcore WWE dudes, I'm always like, bro, are you all there? Like, you know that they're like we've talked to a few, you know, and there's some, like, they break stuff down. They're like, what did you think about the match? I mean, and the way the storyline's going. I'm like, I honestly, I didn't think about it that deeply.
It's funny you mention that because there was a time period, Melissa, you're not going to get this. It was a storyline, and it was about the NWO, okay? So Hulk Hogan, I'm not even going to
weren't that, no, I think I kind of, weren't they like considered the bad guys?
Yeah, but everybody loved them.
Okay.
So then the company that they were with, WCW,
right,
went away. And during that time, you started hearing rumors, oh, WWE might bring them over, whatever. And eventually it happened, but it took a long time. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I feel like this is not a big thing to say. I think everyone knows it. Nobody has patience anymore. And back then, you were like, if you had to wait, you just had to wait. Yeah. And you waited to see when your favorite artist would let out the next piece of music. But nowadays, everyone's not only in a rush, but they feel like you're obligated.
Oh, my God.
I had someone come at me because I had got back on Twitter and I said something about the Celtics. And it was like, about time you tweeted about, and I'm like, I'm not obligated to be on social media to please you.
Yeah.
I'll get on it when I want, and I'll stay off of it for as long as I want.
So much of it is that I think they're losing like their perspective of almost time because they'll absorb. It used to be, let's just go back to a basic, like a TV show or something.
It's funny because that's the first thing I was thinking of when Leroy said that.
You would get it on the same time, on the same day of the week, all that stuff. We'd all get it at the same time. It's not like that anymore.
No.
Now you're absorbing that content at your rate. Yeah. So some people right now, there might be some streaming show that just finished a season, and they're like, we're not going to release the next season until 2027.
Shrinking.
And I don't even know
that's
what
mine.
That is. But no, some people are like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. I haven't even seen the last season yet. And other people are like, what do you mean 2027? I watched all 8 episodes in 2 days.
Before we started recording this, I told Ramiro, hey, the new GTA trailer is out.
Yeah.
And folks are flipping out that they got to wait until May 26th.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I looked at the date and I accepted it. I was like, all right, well, May 26th it is.
Yeah.
I may not like it, but I'm not going to lose it over it. All right, May 26th it is. I'll wait. And it's just a lot of people who want what they want and they want it now.
Well, like look at some of the shows that, like, you have the shows that release once a week, then you have the ones that release every episode at once.
Yeah.
Like, which ones are you guys? Are you fans of the shows that every episode drops on one day, or do you want the one episode a week?
I'm fine with once a week just because I know I don't consume like you. I know I don't. Because there are times that you're like, oh, I saw 3 episodes. I'm like, 3 episodes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, please. I've binge watched a whole series in a weekend. And I know you don't have that time because you have a lot of kids and stuff.
Like, if I have like if it's a movie that, let's say an average movie, what's that, 2 hours?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I'll probably consume it in like 20-minute chunks a few times a week. So I'm watching a 2-hour movie in the span of like 2 weeks. If I'm lucky. But that's just right now, just like the way, I would say the average person, I don't know, what's the average person watch for TV and stuff like that?
Oh, God, a few hours a week, maybe?
Few hours?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
More than that.
Maybe more, yeah. Yeah.
Damn, y'all need lives.
Are we counting YouTube and all? Like, are we talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
oh, God.
absorbing,
It's hours
oh my
and hours.
God, that is.
And yeah, it is sad.
No wonder we're getting fatter and dumber and lazier
Stop.
and sedentary.
Lazy,
like,
yes.
Think about it. Like, we're not doing anything. And that's why you see a video of that robot flipping out, and it makes you nervous because you're like, if a robot ever attacked us, we'd be like, hold on. The only way I could fight you is if I'm standing in a different room in my mom's basement and attacking you with comments on a keyboard.
And you just hit on something else, too. Getting lazier and whatever. I think some fans, they don't have anything else to do or to look forward to, and they're low-key living their lives through the artist, and they want something new. Rihanna, please give me something new. I need something in my life to be excited about because I'm bored and lazy and have nothing going on.
The only thing that separates them from the fan that like goes to the stalkers who go to the person's house and hangs outside their gates and stuff like that, the only thing that separates them is laziness.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.